Welcome to Fearless and Focused. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Casey.
And we're here to share bold stories, real talk,
and strategies to help you push past fear and level up.
Let's get fearless and focused.
So the first question that I get a lot, and I know that Brooke does too when we're coaching agents and other clients on really growing their online presence on social media, is how often should I post? And I know there's like a lot of standards out there of like post daily, post 3 times a day, all these kind of things. But we always say like you should post as much as you can allot for the time commitment to be consistent. So if I get on here and say, I want you to post 2 to 3 times a day, 5 to 7 days a week, somebody that is just starting out is going to get so overwhelmed, just like a, workout or gym routine, and they're going to stop doing it. So what I always say is, what are you currently doing? I kind of take an audit. What are you doing? How are you showing up online currently? Let's add and get a little bit more strategic to that. If you're not doing anything at all, then let's just start with 1 to 3 times a week. Because we know if we just start 1 to 3 times a week, if you're not doing anything, that's going to be a lift and that's going to keep you consistent. And then once we've created that habit, because social media is a habit of really, being strategic and showing up online. Once we've got that foundation, then we can add more days on top of that. And then we can add more mixed media on top of that and really get strategic and really dive into all the growth and the opportunity. But that's my biggest response when I'm asked that is like, well, that could be a very loaded, question depending on where you're at on your social media journey. And the best thing to do is start somewhere, but not all the way in so you don't get overwhelmed.
Right. Exactly. That is the question of the year. Like, how often? Well, just consistency is key, whether it's, 1 time a week, 2 times a week, just like you said, and making sure that you have a good handle on it. Because if you do, believe me, because I tried, I was like, I'm going to go full speed. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, because this is a wheel that never stops turning. Mm-hmm. Social media is always on. And once you start, you're like, oh my gosh, you feel compelled to keep that momentum, right? And if you haven't worked yourself up to that and have some things in your bucket and your strategy, a plan, just like any other, I use it as a lead source. This is a lead source, but you're not just going to go out there and throw money at direct mail if you didn't have a plan, right? A plan of action and how to, what your process is and accountability around it. It's the same thing with this. So start small and then add.
Thanks for tuning in to Fearless and Focused. Remember, success is not about being perfect. It's about showing up, staying bold, and taking action.
If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could use a little inspiration.
Keep chasing your dreams, staying fearless, and keeping your focus strong.
Until the next time, stay
fearless and focused.